Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharyn.
And again, we thank each and every one of you all for tuning in with us once again this week.
It's been a good month. It has been.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
It's been a good year. Well, in some areas.
Well, Sharyn and I a little, hungover, so to speak, without the drinking part.
Wait a minute. Emotionally, too.
Yes.
Because we had way too much company, and they stayed way too long.
Yeah, we entertained last night, so it was like, what? But anyway, thank you for joining again. So before we get into today's discussion, we have to give our shout out.
Shout out.
So our first shout out today goes to Eugene and Pat W. Thank you so much for tuning in every week to hear Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa, and we appreciate your feedback always.
Where are they from? Do you look at
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Eugene and Pat in New Jersey. Hey, and thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Our next shout out goes to Carolyn T. Thank you too for all of your comments, and we appreciate you being a great subscriber and for sharing our videos and having your friends subscribe. We appreciate that. And last but not least is Vicky H. Again, thank you for being a subscriber and sharing our videos. We appreciate that always. And again, we appreciate all of our subscribers.
Of course.
So, today's topic is her friends, your friends, or our friends. So with today's discussion,
it's a little deeper than that. You're making it sound so light and fluffy.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not deep,
but it's
deep.
real. Yeah, but it's real.
But most of you all be able to hopefully relate to us in some sense. So her friends, my friends, or our friends.
Yeah. And how did we come to that? Okay, you may ask. You want
me to give them the backstory?
You going? Yeah.
Well, every week Sharyn and I.
Everything starts with Rosa. Okay.
And you could just give them the backstory. How about you give it to them then?
No.
Okay.
I don't feel like it now.
Okay then. You know what I'm saying? So like every week.
That's why we're in therapy. Help them, Lord. Help them. Touch this couple.
I can't with her. But so every week we, try to figure out how we're going to do certain topics without revealing, what each of us are going to say, because we like to keep our conversation candid. But so we were talking about friends that we both have, and it's almost like I came into the relationship with friends. Sharyn came in with her friends. So each of us have our friends, but are our friends each other's friends? You know what I'm saying? Not each other as in each other friends. As in, you might have to explain it. It's kind of... Are my friends also Sharyn friends?
Right.
And are Sharyn friends also my friends?
That's
so
the
it's
question.
Like I have friends, she has friends, but are they our friends?
Yes.
That's kind of what I want to say.
And for those of you who just followed that, you know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
And for those of you who didn't, stay tuned. It will all be revealed. Okay.
It's that long night.
Yeah.
It's the long night I had.
But seriously, I mean, it does get serious because, if you got real friendships and real relationships with other women in your life before you met your mate, your wife, your girlfriend, you quite frankly, you want them all to get along and, meet each other. Oh, you got to meet my friend Josie. You got to meet my friend.
And if they're not introducing them, you might want to ask why. That's a whole nother conversation, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, and as you may guess from our personalities, I'm extremely outgoing, love people, never, I got friends I have yet to meet, never met a stranger. I totally and still enjoy people times 5. And Rosa, not so much. She needs to see 5 proofs of ID. You know where you from, who your mama, who your daddy.
I'm getting better. I'm trying to trust people up front, but that's been hard for me throughout life.
Yeah,
But
and that's real.
yeah,
That's real. So
but
here she.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I think the conversation with friends come up. Like if a couple break up, then it's like, who goes on whose side? Is it the friends you came in with, or not? Because that has happened to us as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and remember, ladies, we're all in lesbian land. People break up every day. Mm-hmm. All right, it's not unusual, and they get back together, and some don't, and some rearrange, and whatever. But well, what we're saying is, like, when the both of us met, I had my girls with me, my buddies, my the crew, and
the ride or die.
Yeah, and sometimes it's more than 2 or 3 or 4. But I mean, I like people, and I was very social, and I'm still very social. Mm-hmm. Rosa, again, not so much, but she had her little group, a very tight group, a very nice group. So now I got to see if I pass muster with them, because they like, who her? We don't know her.
Right.
And my friends, my associates, my inner sanctum, they did the same thing to Rosa. You kind of inherit the friends that come along with her. And the reverse is true.
Like it or not.
Look, or not. And I would say some of my closer associates were a little bit harder on Rosa than Rosa's friends were on me. Is that a safe statement? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, by happenstance,
but I think a lot of it is because you met most of them. Some of your friends I had not.
Yeah, first of all, I had more, right,
yeah.
And they had not met you, and all of that, and they were, and I would say my friends, interestingly enough, were younger. Rosa's friends were older, so we got to meet in the middle, somewhere. So it's just the way it went down. But the purpose of today's conversation is Rosa and I have already had one about this. It's that when you do get connected and hooked up or get married or whatever, does your spouse automatically welcome your friends, and the reverse, and sometimes it's not smooth sailing. Because as I tell people, I said, this might surprise you, but everybody don't like me. Imagine that, So we had a couple of bumps, we had a couple of wrinkles, and quite frankly, a couple of people, fell out the boat because I thought they were hypercritical of our relationship. I will even say, I'll just say it. I think some people were envious, not jealous. It's 2 different things. Mm-hmm. I think some of my friends, and yeah, they're still my friends. It's just that sometimes you see where the wrinkles are. Okay. I still love them, you know what I mean? But I know who they are, right. You know what I mean? And so in any event, so I thought a few people might have been envious and not as receptive to Rosa as they could have been. Right. And for those of you who are seeing the show, you know who you are.
But that goes with, the whole topic is like, if they're your friends when, we got together, then their loyalties are more with you. So Sure. They're going to be a little, reserved with me. They're not going to come all the way in.
Yeah. And not intentionally. So, no, nothing nasty happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you feel the vibe, right. like I say, especially when they didn't know her. Rosa, like, she ain't from around here. Or what, like, who her? How'd you meet her?
Right.
And like I said, I think they, were a little bit more, for lack of better words, critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, like, if we were to split up because some of your friends are now my friends, is like, who would take whose side? You know what I'm saying? Because it becomes awkward when 2 people break up, because that's like us. When our friends break up, it's like, whose side do you go on? You know what I'm saying?
Who inherits them? Do you get A or
B? Yeah, if the relationship has developed, I think with a couple of your friends, my relationship has developed closer than, normal.
Yeah, one,
Then,
because everything comes from a place of desire.
yeah.
You have to want to be okay. Because like Rosa, like, hey, I'm dating you, not your friends. I get that.
Right.
I married you, not your friends. I get that. We can always say that and get on out of the conversation with
Right.
it. But the thing is, these people were in my life, my friends, my buddies, my confidants, my ride or dies, my girl, I got an extra ticket because so and so stood me up. You want to go? Come on, girl.
Right.
You don't feel bad about it. Fuck her. So these are friends who knows your stuff, who know your stuff, and you know their stuff.
Right.
But now it's not just a dating thing and a relationship. We got married, so
Right, but there's only
get serious.
I know, but I think you're veering from the other side of the topic. Whereas we are married, I've gotten close to maybe a handful of your friends because I don't really get close to a lot of people.
That's
just
true.
who I am.
And can you say the same thing about me? I mean, I've gotten closer.
Oh, you got close to like all the people I know.
And they
And
love
normally,
wait a minute, and
when
they
my
love
friends
me.
meet you, they like you better anyway. So,
Don't say that is not
it's
true.
It's true. But I'm saying that to say, so if you and I break up, and of course, if we break up, then that means we're not talking. So, like, you're not a part of my life. But do I now not be the friends to the friends I met through you because you and I no longer
Oh,
speak?
Absolutely. And even if it's not
And how
coming
does that
from
work,
you,
though?
well, this is how it works sometime. Again, we're back to lesbian land. Y'all know how this stuff goes down.
Mm-hmm.
People want you to choose. They really do. We've had several people who were together when we first got together, and they're no longer together. It's called life. Things
Right.
just don't work out. Everything's not a good fit.
Right.
D. So and we understand that and we accept that and we're grown and we live where we live, okay? The thing is, people do make you choose in the sense of, I know you're not listening to her. I know you're not inviting her to your party. I know she ain't coming on the cruise. And my thing is like, look, whatever went down between y'all.
Right.
Not us. But now,
But
it's
then
like,
you're going to feel some kind of way, though. Because if I show up to the party because your other friends invited me, knowing that we no longer are together, you feel some kind of way.
You can allow yourself to feel that way, but then now I know what some of y'all thinking, like, well, then they wasn't really your friends and all that. They were, but the thing is, look, we're still human. Mm-hmm. We love, we care, we share, all of that, and God forbid, Rosa and I break up. Yeah, some people will line up to the left, and some will line up to the right. Some, I don't know why she married that young girl anyhow. And then other people say, what the hell did you want with Sharyn? You know what I mean? Did I tell you what she really did? And then all the nasties come out about things that's none of their business.
Absolutely.
But they feel they have authority, they have the right, and they feel justified of at supporting one as opposed to the other. Well, I heard Rosa was tipping. No, I heard it was about the money. No, I heard it was about the kids. And then y'all remember this now, as we have done 52 conversations. Yay! What people don't know, they will make up.
Absolutely.
Ain't seen nothing, don't know nothing. I ain't shared with nobody, you know what I mean?
They take one bit of information and roll it so many ways. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so they'll make it up, and yet we try very hard not to be judgmental or make a crack on if they break up, because I'm saying, hey, I'm rooting for you. I hope you guys, I hope it's everything y'all need it to be. Come on over. Let's go out to dinner. Is your mama in town? I will babysit for the kids. We're those friends. I'm saying sometimes I don't feel that it's always reciprocated, because sometimes your close friends who love you, your ride or dies and stuff, they be the first one to crack on you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then, my goodness, if you actually have to choose. Right. Well, I think Sharyn was just being Sharyn, and I'm for Rosa. Matter of fact, not only I'm for Rosa, I'm going to call and tell Rosa something. We don't even do that anymore. People post stuff on Facebook or let me inbox you. I had, not one or two buddies, former buddies of mine, they was inboxing my wife. And I'm thinking, what the hell you need to inbox her for? Are you selling Mary Kay? Is it a surprise birthday? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell you got to say so private to my wife? And of course she told me. I was just, sometimes when you when you smell smoke, you know a fire is getting ready to start. You stomp it out, because I said, whatever y'all saying or trying to say to my wife, it ain't happy birthday, right? So we already know the acid test says all your friends ain't your friends, or they ain't your true friends. Right. So you got to weed that stuff out too. So today's conversation, dare we be a little long-winded with it? Today's conversation is her friends, my friends. Does that equal to our friends? Because guess what?
And it could.
It could and usually does. Yeah. I think we've had pretty good luck with it. Would you say? Yeah.
But I don't think that the choices comes with the friends. I think it comes with the ex. So if like you and I break up, and like I was giving an example earlier, and some of your friends invited me to a party and you're at the party too, you're feeling some kind of way because you're like, well, why is she here? You know what I'm saying? Like, who invited her? Well, I didn't know that they were still even talking to them, and we still friends, and why didn't they tell me? So then that I think becomes murky, and then that messes friendships up, because if you say something to the friends who invited me, then they feel in some kind of way. So I just think the whole thing is, if I came in with my friends, then unless we've had a falling out, they can be whoever friends they want to be. But if I came in with them, then we all just need to be, they need to be anti-Sharyn if I'm anti-Sharyn. Like, that's your ride or die.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they gonna ride down like, look, I'm anti-Rosa because Sharon's anti-Rosa. Well, she ain't coming to my party. Now, I'm not inviting her. And if she there, I wasn't the one that, to invite her. Or whatever that it may be. I just think that makes it a lot better.
I think it gets, as your word, it gets murky. It does get murky, and gets a little shaky sometimes, and quite frankly, everyone loses. Because one thing, we're human beings. When we don't feel good, when we're sad and our heart is hurting, we want somebody to, acknowledge that and hurt with me too. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I can't take her no more. I don't even want to look, burn her pictures, get rid of everything. Oh, that's her perfume. Throw it in the lotion. Okay, I hate that perfume too, and I don't want to see any pictures of it. You want someone to support you in your sadness. Right? And then you got your friend like, I knew she wasn't no good anyhow. I could have told you this was not going to work. No, you couldn't have. Shut up. So it does. It really touches a lot of chords. And then you have the people who were like, just because you're sad, that doesn't mean everyone else is sad for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people want to see you fail.
Yeah.
Because we've learned a lot of things in this last year with these wonderful conversations, and that is, everyone ain't gonna be happy for you.
Not only everybody's not gonna be rooting for you or happy for you, everybody's just not gonna be in your corner, and as Sharyn said, we have learned doing these videos. Ooh. Some of our friends are okay, some are happy, and some just not. Yeah. But it's all good. But I'm saying that to say that, when your friends come in, unless we've met some friends together while we were married, then I can see maybe somebody picking sides, because when you came into the relationship, it's probably who you feel closer to. Yeah. Like when we meet people together, if they feel closer to you or they feel closer to me, then they kind of be like, okay, well, they're not together anymore. So, but I always like Sharyn. So I'm just going to, be more towards that, but they not anti me. They just more towards Sharyn.
Right,
so
right, exactly. I don't wish you no harm, but Sharon's my girl.
Right,
or as my friend,
I liked her a lot better.
Look, as Cherie said, that's my girl. Yeah, Cherie. So here we go. Now there's another. I don't think we have to say this with a caveat, but obviously there's another side to this. Mm-hmm. What happens when you sometimes what they say, you fly too close to the sun? If you don't want to be in their business, and sometimes people try to pull you into their business, people want you to choose, and like one thing I'm not. I love everybody. I'm wishing everyone the best. But when things go sour between you and your partner, don't put us in it. Don't put us in it, because it's not fair. So here we go.
What do you mean with that?
Well, here we go. Here's the example. Okay. Got got friends, and Rosa's is okay with them. I'm a little closer to one than the other. And one of the women, I mean, I've known her since boot camp 50 years ago, kind of thing. We this close, known each other over the years and everything. So her and her partner of 15, 20, they've been together a long time. They break up. All right, and then so everybody goes with the boo hoo hoo. Sorry, I thought y'all was gonna die together and all this. All right, so there's a lot of nasty things can happen in the breakup, emotionally, financially, psychologically. It's some nasty things. Y'all been there, y'all seen it. Right. You know how we do. Okay, so with that. Everybody's, bringing her tea for the fever and everything, both of them, but in a different way. Right. Well, guess what? Now that everyone done been reloaded and got new ammo, they get back together. Oh,
right.
Oh, they get back together. Now the ex is mad at y'all because you took sides. You did not take sides, but it was perceived that you took sides.
Right.
I ain't taking sides. I don't care who come to my door. You can come bleeding and needing. I'm just going to say, let's patch you up. Are you hungry? And let's call Uber because I don't want to be in the middle of y'all craziness. So now that they're back together, guess who's mad at me? Both of them. Mm-hmm. Both of them. You see what I'm saying? So you're darn if you do and you're darn if you don't. I'm not taking sides because you know what, things happen. We're grown women. We love hard. We live hard. And you got somebody right now, you think you're in the thrones of happiness, and then somebody sends you a shit sandwich. It's called life. Deal with it. So yeah, things happen in lesbian land as they happen elsewhere. And even though you're trying to be the best of friends, just trying to be there, and I don't think there's no wrong or right, somewhere in there's a truth. Whatever it is, it's not my business. Mm-hmm. It's really not, because as you're saying it on Monday, she done called you, the other one done called you on Wednesday to say everything the girl told you was a lie. And I'm just saying, me and Rosa over here just trying to find peace, a little happiness before we leave the earth. But now y'all want us all in y'all business. And it gets nasty, and then oh my God. Oh, Sharon's throwing Rosa a party, and she didn't invite somebody. I didn't invite you because you're crazy. Because you're crazy,
or because it's Rosa's party, and you may not, just because you're Sharon friend, you may not be my friend.
Absolutely. Right.
So you may not make my list.
Oh, we're going through that too, because people feel like, well, if I'm cool with Sharon, I gotta be cool with Rosa. Wait a minute. We are not twins separated by birth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Her guest list is going to look different from mine. Why? Because we're different people and we have different connections with different people. Mm-hmm. So, matter of fact, we were just having that discussion as, can I say it publicly? Yeah. Rosa's 50th birthday party for next April. We got to start planning whatever we're going to do for the birthday. Yeah. Well, guess what? On that list already, first of all, I just say, make your list, sweetie. Because I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Ain't nobody going to call me and cuss me out in 3 different languages because they didn't get an invitation. It is Rosa's birthday. It is Rosa's celebration. You know what I mean? And you look, you want who you want on the list. Don't beat me down. Okay, I'm just want to make sure everything goes off right, and and da-da-da-da-da. So anyhow, so we're talking about, and it is a very valid subject. Your friends, my friends, our friends. It's not always an easy transition. It could be a situation where I said, you know what, sweetie? It's something about this person. I just, I ain't feeling her. I'm just not, and that's okay. I'm not saying stop being friends with her. Go on. Y'all go on and you have a good time at lunch and this and that.
You just saying if y'all go out on the town, don't invite me.
Yeah, you don't, look, I'm okay because what is Sharon doing? Looking at Law and Order, okay, and eating popcorn. I'm having a good life, and she does the same way with me too. I got friends that Rosa didn't send for. Matter of fact, every time we've been able to talk about it quite honestly.
Don't be ringing up names.
No, I can't say no name, but wait a minute. Rosa says, how did you meet these people? Why are you inviting them to Thanksgiving dinner? Because they're my friends. Or maybe people who I've known, in different little pockets of my life, and like, they always been nice to me. Okay, you don't know. They helped me when I was in a bad situation. Rose was like, okay, look.
And I get that.
How bad off were you?
Yeah, because sometimes it depends on how you just meet people. You never know how that came through. But how you stay together is my whole thing. Like,
yeah,
I meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that everybody is going to be in my circle.
Yeah.
I mean, peripherally, I may, join them if it's us and a bunch of other people out for coffee or whatever they decided to do. But it's not going to be that one-on-one connection, or maybe even just a small 3 people circle, 4 people circle. It's not going to be like that unless we are friends.
Right.
Like,
and Rosa, I know people think I'm the more outgoing one and all that. I am on some days in some areas. Probably more often than Rosa is, but Rosa belongs to a lot of organizations. She does a lot of fun things. She roller skates. She runs with black girls, black women run. She plays double darts with people and other social things, and not to mention civic obligations. So some of them things I'm like, oh, babe, I just can't. I can't hang with you when you're always hanging with them. And she doesn't give me any grief because it's just too much. Those are your friends, your buddies. They are welcome to come on by.
Which they have.
And Rosa hangs out with them when she feels like it. And they're really lovely, wonderful, kind women. But they are her people. I don't get it twisted. And when I want to hang out with my people,
Yeah, but they like you too.
Oh, yeah, that's not a question.
I just don't think that they would be, if we were to break up now, I don't think they would, run towards you.
And
but
I
they
do
like
them
you.
To. Yeah. Oh,
but I think
they tolerate me.
I think the longer, you and I are together and they get to know you, they may run towards you. But right now.
And that's okay. And that's just human nature. I care. And the reverse is true with you. I mean, there's no one that I know or is going to say it to me that, oh, I can't deal with Rosa. So they meet. They're like, oh, wow, lovely, fun. We went out to lunch. And that's it. You ain't got to dig her. Because I'm loving her enough for the both of us, Right. But I'm just saying, I'm not tripping somebody who is just a casual friend of yours on your roster. Yeah. Go have fun with them, and I do the same with my people. Now, I think we've been able to navigate it quite well. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, we've had a lot of success, well, some moderate success, I should say, with my friends becoming
my friends
her at least good buddies, you know what I mean? And or like maybe one of my friends like, oh, I see why you love her. Oh, she's just so sweet and she cooks, and that's good. When it works, it works. But also we've had a couple of people who kind of, I say, fell out the boat because they just did. Now, I a recent example, a really good example was like Rosa now is rowing. She wants to learn to row, and I happen to have a friend who still teaches rowing and goes out twice a week. Mm-hmm. So I introduced them, instant hookup. Oh, I'm so glad to meet Sharon's wife. You're wonderful. You're welcome. And like Rosa's to give me this look like, a lot of people. And I do. I know a lot of people from different, areas. And sometimes it's just a good fit, and sometimes it rolls, and sometimes not so much.
Yes.
And it's okay. The bottom line, we stay focused on our relationship. Yeah. But with today's conversation, and there's so many couples out there, or people trying to couple up and everything, sometimes your friendships get in the way of your relationship. I'm asking you to do a little self-examination. Don't let your friendships get in the way of your main hookup with your woman. Let's not, get your priorities straight. Well, you have to understand, these are my friends. I know them before you. Sweetie, ain't nobody hugging you at 3 o'clock in the morning but your sweetie.
Yeah, but that's a valid point. They are their friends, and so if they get rid of them now and the relationship doesn't work out with y'all, then you done lost friendship and a relationship. Like,
well, let's
I don't know. Some friends is just there, like I said, ride or die. They gonna be there regardless.
I understand that.
But what I can say is, if you and I were to break up,
oh no,
I don't necessarily, I'm not the person. It's just because who I am. I don't like messiness, and so I'm not going to reach out to any of the people that you consider friends and you came into the relationship. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to be their friends. If they reach out to me, then we good. But I'm not reaching out to them just for the whole messiness. That's just not what I do. And it's not because, I no longer want to associate myself with certain people, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just that I just don't do that. It's
Okay.
So
I will say this. Sometimes people will drag you into a mess. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh,
mean?
definitely. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying I've never been in some
Oh,
mess.
I'm
I
not
just
yeah.
don't
What
like
about
mess.
you? It's just for the universe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I mean it happens. So I'll wrap it up and let it go for the day. Little message, at least from me, is just that make sure your friends are really your friends, and everyone that smiles in your face ain't a friend. We know that, but keep your most important relationship the most important relationship, and friendships are an important part of your life. I get that. I definitely get that. But just when you especially when you first you're connecting and things are really grooving with you and your babe, and you're like, oh well, your friends should feel free to come on over, and I want your friends to come over. Everybody doesn't gel well. And I will also say that, like I said, everybody ain't gonna be happy for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what do you have to say before we let them go for the day?
Just the fact that have that conversation with your friends and with your partner. If something were to ever happen to us, would you still be friends with so and so, or would you? Because you don't want the mess in case the mess happens. You know what I'm saying? So, not saying you're gonna break up, but you just never know what's down the road.
Right.
And you want to be able to be civilized. So if you see each other at the club, and and you don't want to make it murky for your friends. If they're friends with both you all, you want to be able to make them feel okay with, I'm okay with being Rosa friend and Sharyn friend, even though they're not together. And Sharyn and Rosa are okay with that part happening too.
And what's really cool, because we had kind of like a recent example of that. Like we went somewhere together, and one of a lady I used to date was there, and everything. Everything was cool.
Well, I think just because I'm not gonna trip. You had a history before me. I don't trip folks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Unless the person come up to me, say something just off the wall, and I go there, because I'm just not gonna have somebody say any and everything. But if they're acting civilized and they not talking about whatever unnecessary stuff, I don't have a problem. I just don't, hello to you. I don't know your mother, but tell her hi too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and your mother.
Exactly. So
yeah, we're good with that. We really
but I
good.
remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right. So we're cool. So so like Rosa say, have the conversation. Make sure sometimes you don't know who your real friends are until tested. I get that, but if your real friends are your real friends, they just want your maximum happiness. To be forthcoming, and you wish the same for them. But things. Remember, we live in lesbian land. There's a million different stories out there, and
we would love to hear yours.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
so if you have somewhere as you are no longer friends with people because they chose sides, that'll be very interesting to hear.
Yeah. And it really gets messy, like I said, when they get back together. Oh, my God.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and they done put you in the middle. Well, she said you wasn't really in Puerto Rico.
Right.
Only your good friend will know, but why would she tell that to your ex, right? When so watch out for them, too,
Exactly.
But as we always say, you don't know till you know.
Exactly.
Right? So, like every time you see us, we're always wishing you the very best.
Of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke. We love you.
Mm-hmm.